temporary filming setup. I just moved and yeah, everything's still packed away. I don't know what's up from down. I can barely find anything. So this will probably be like 1 out of 3 videos I film in this space, but we're going to carry on. The lighting situation is terrible. I can't seem to figure out the camera settings on this camera I am currently using to record this. It's different from my regular main camera, so hopefully I figured it out better today. I want it to look as true to color as possible, but right now I feel like I'm looking a little white and grayed out. Like, I look pale. So yeah, filming on a completely different camera that I'm not used to filming on, and I'm also in an environment that I'm not normally sitting in, and yeah, and everything's still packed away in boxes, so just bear with me. What is up? Thanks for joining me today. My name is Lauren, if you didn't know, and today we are going over the Miss Dior collection for fall 2025. So if you're interested in bold black, just keep on watching. So today we're going over this quad. It's 5, it's a quint. Today we're going over this quint, which is 931 Bold Black, and let's just go over some quick details about the product. This retails for $85, and the description says Dior Show 5 Colors is the signature Dior eyeshadow palette, intense, long-wearing eye makeup with an ultra creamy and comfortable texture. This season, Dior Show 5 Colors features Miss Dior, a motif, a symbol of freedom, which represents the bold spirit and pop energy of the Dior woman. For a limited time only, it is available in 3 new harmonies: 862 Shocking Pink, 931 Bold Black, and 664 Wild Beige. It says each palette contains 3 finishes: a matte, a satin, and a pearly, with 3 harmonies, and long wearing and comfortable formula with natural origin pigments and cornflower extract. So that's all you need to know about that. Today we're going over Bold Black. I already posted a short featuring the swatches, so I'll link that in the cards up above. I'm pretty sure I have it playing next to my head here as well at some point. But it says Bold Black is a velvety black heart contrasted by timeless shades like metallic rose gold, subtle white, delicate pale green, and satin pink. Ordered this in Wild Beige, so stay tuned for a video on that in the future. I'll link that in the cards up above when that's ready. But yeah, I got Bold Black here, and that's what we're going over today. I did 2 eye looks, and let's just hop into my eye looks and we can wrap up my final thoughts at the end. So I know I'm putting shade descriptions on the screen because Dior actually provided some for once, but I'm not all that confident that they're correct. Like the ones that Dior is listing and the ones I'm matching it with that description is correct. One shade is described as a pink satin, but I think it's referring to the tan, and it doesn't pull pink at all on me. It's more like a champagne, but I digress. I go in first with the black shade and place it on the lower lash line, and then I start my way up to the outer corner of the upper lid, per usual, taking my time building and blending this black. Black eyeshadow is such a tedious shade to deal with, and this is no exception. It's not the blackest black I've encountered in an eyeshadow palette, but it's still a black, and therefore proceed with caution and take your time. I'm going to tell you right now, you need an eyeshadow primer with these eyeshadows, preferably a tacky one. They don't have the best staying power if you use these shadows without a primer. That's the only real fault I found with these eyeshadows, but if you use a primer, you should be good. I then go in with the tan satin shade that Dior is telling me is a satin pink. Anywho, I use that shade to soften the edges and blend out the black. It worked, but this shade isn't ideal for this task. I needed an actual matte. This shade has a champagne effect to it and therefore looked metallic where I placed it. Pretty shade, but not really built for the task I'm trying to do with it. You see what I mean when I say this isn't the blackest black? Because once I started to blend it with that other shade, like it kind of turned and morphed into this like pale charcoal color, which is nice if you do want to soften that black or soften your look. It's nice to know that this black will blend out and be softer. Basically, you have a lot of control in the intensity of this black. I then go in with this metallic pink shade, and it is indeed my favorite shade in this entire palette. I can see me reaching for this as a one and done sparkly shade,
or just add some eyeliner or the black eyeshadow to the lash line if you want to add a little intensity to it, but it is stunning and perfect all on its own. Just a reminder, when I do these eyeshadow palette tutorials and demos, like, I'm just trying to stick solely within using the palette and not reach outside. I want to see how versatile and useful this palette is on its own, and I will say it's doing a very good job as being versatile and useful all on its own. I then take that pale mint shade and apply it to the inner portion of the lower lash line, and that basically completes the look. I do like this mint shade. It definitely brightened up my under eye area. If you like a bright under eye, this shade will give it to you. Apologies for me and my bad habit of never being in frame. This is actually the eye look you are seeing in the talking portions of the video, but I'm taking the pale mint green shade and applying it to the inner portion of the upper lid. I then take the white sparkly shade and apply that over the remainder of the rest of the lid. I will say this product does well with both a finger and a brush application. You can use either or and it will do well. It's also worth mentioning there is fallout with this palette, so if you don't like, glitter particles falling out on your face, I would say stay away from this product. Not an egregious amount of fallout, but it's enough to note worth mentioning, especially for people who don't like fallout at all. I then take the pink sparkly shade and apply that to the center of my lid, and that basically completes the look. Very simple, very easygoing, very everyday friendly, anywhere appropriate. You can definitely add black to smoke this look out, but I wanted to keep it light and airy and daytime appropriate, so I kind of just left it as is.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I had to do this eye twice just because I got something in it when I put on my lash and it was hurting. So I ended up having to take this lash off, and by the time I got the thing out my eye, I had basically rubbed everything away. So I may have had to redo this, which was not ideal. And I kind of just want to wipe off my makeup and chill. Especially since this eye is now a little irritated, but I digress. I like this quad. I picked it because it was unique for my collection. I don't really have a lot of minty light pale greens like this as far as eyeshadows go, mainly because usually they don't show up on my skin tone. They're not really ideal, but I think in older age I've learned to like and embrace these type of palettes more, mainly because I've been simplifying my eye looks over time. Like a palette like this, it has some stunning, and I do mean stunning, sparkly and glitter type shades, and I just love putting those all over the lid and just be done. That's it, just the sparkle. That's where I'm at in life. Yeah, I like the simplicity of these palettes. Like I will literally just reach in here for one or two shades. The eye look I have on today is very much giving me fairy vibes. Yep, she was a fairy. Yep, that's how I feel right now. Very light, very airy, very wearable. I feel like it's not doing too much where I could go into the office with this look and nobody would think twice about it. The black in here is not the strongest and most intense black, but I kind of expect that from luxury eyeshadows. Luxury eyeshadows tend to be softer, which makes them easier to work with. It's easier to build these up. I will say it is still a black though. You have to take your time. You have to be cautious, careful, because it can get out of control very quickly. But yeah, I like this palette. Is it doing anything shocking or groundbreaking? No. It's following the traditional luxury eyeshadow formula. Very soft, subtle shades. Not doing really anything super groundbreaking here. I will say the stars are definitely these two top shades right here. This rose gold and this white iridescent are so stunning and so glittery and just so pretty and iridescent on their own. At $85, you have to know hey, will I use this? Now, I will get plenty of use out of this. Mainly for these top two shades. I can see myself just grabbing this palette and just using these two. Because I like soft, light, airy type eyeshadows these days. I'm not really into dark, bold, smoky looks. But I'm glad there is a black here and I can smoke up my look and take this from day to night. If I really wanted to take this to a nighttime look, I would just grab this black and put it on the outer corner across the lower lash line, and boom, I got a smoky nighttime eye. But I prefer, light, soft looks, especially with my eyeshadow these days. I don't know. It's the old age in me. I'm getting older and that's what I prefer. Simplicity, easygoing, light, airy makeup looks. I like the design that they chose for this Miss Dior, the graffiti print. It definitely called to me. I do like this a lot. I wish, and I do wish that they would, you know, put something on the outside of the compact here that made it more special. Like this is just their standard black lacquer packaging, but yeah, it's their standard Dior packaging, and I wish they would do something on the outside of these compacts. I will say this, the imprint does seem to be standing strong despite all my usage of this palette over the last 3 days. I like this palette. It's good. Now $85 is up to your budget and discretion. I'm accepting this palette for what it is. It is going to give me a very light, soft makeup look, especially if I avoid using this black in here, and I was okay with that. I just was curious. I wanted to see, and these two top shades here really stole the show, especially this rose gold one. It's definitely my favorite shade in this entire palette, this rose gold right here. And this tan shade shockingly has more body than I anticipated. It's a metallic type satin shade, I want to say, and yeah, it actually like shows up more color than what I anticipated. I thought this was going to basically, you know, blend into nothing, but the fact that it's a satin finish, it does give your eyes a reflective sheen to it. So just be mindful of that. Like I was hoping to just use this as like a tan, like blend out shade. I was hoping it would be a matte, but it's not a matte. It's definitely like some type of satiny metallic shade. I think I would like this palette more if this was your typical standard matte, but since it's not, and I literally don't have a basic regular matte to blend out any of these other shades with, takes a little bit of points off for me, but I do like this palette. It's good. If you're interested in it, I would say get it. It is limited edition, so you have to keep that in mind. Once it's gone, it's not coming back. I got exactly what I was expecting out of this. This is my first time trying Dior eyeshadows. I was going in with the expectation that, you know, they would remind me of other luxury eyeshadows, very soft, very delicate, very easy to work with and blend. I had never bought Dior luxury eyeshadows before until now, so this is actually my first Dior eyeshadow palette, and I like it. It's okay. So it's definitely met my expectations. Not to say they were the highest to begin with, because who knows how this like light pastel green palette was gonna work on my brown skin, but it does work, so I'm happy about that. But that's all for me today. Tell me, have you tried anything from this Miss Dior 2025 fall collection from Dior? How you feel about it in the comments down below. I love to hear from you. Appreciate you hanging out. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Thing about luxury eyeshadows, you definitely want to manage your expectations. Don't expect there to be a super bold amount of pigment and super iridescent duochrome shades and things like that. This is not an indie eyeshadow palette. It's more so refined and sophisticated in the fact that the textures are nice and soft, which look better on mature lids, which is probably their target demographic when they're selling these things like this, is an older demographic, older than myself even. But yeah, I anticipate that type of silky, satiny, lightweight, easy to blend, easy to build, that builds slowly and subtly in intensity. So yeah, that's what I expect when I look at eyeshadow palettes from luxury brands. And this definitely hit all those marks. But again, that black is definitely intense.